incredibly fun. Hey guys, it's Exa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a fun little Halloween DIY for your house. Some nice cute outdoor decor for on a budget. So I only spent $25 for this entire project. I'm making 3 kind of eerie, creepy, wispy, ghosty witches that will stand on stakes in my yard and look like they are just kind of floating through the mist. So, before I scare you away, let's go ahead and get started on this cute DIY. Alright guys, so for this project, first and foremost you will need some tulle. I just got a whole bolt of black tulle on Amazon. It was like 10 bucks for this whole bolt. I'm not sure that we're going to need the whole thing, but just want to make sure we have enough. Now for the head of our ghost, I am going to be using these mini beach balls. Again, these are from Amazon. It was a 3-pack for $6. But obviously with the tulle over them, you'll still see the beach ball coloring, which would look dumb. So I have some spray paint. This one actually happens to be an espresso brown. I just didn't feel like going out to buy another black, but honestly anything dark will blend in. Obviously, to make the effect of these being witch ghosts and not just regular ghosts, I have these witch hats. I got a 6-pack of these, and I think it was like $10 for that as well. And then we'll have our stakes to, stake them into the ground. So this is just a pack. I think it was like $3 from Home Depot for just a pack of bamboo, like plant stakes. Yeah, and that's pretty much all we're gonna need. Just kind of attach it together. I do have some tape so we can attach our heads onto our stakes, and then some twine to just kind of tie around the tulle from the head and kind of give it some body and shape. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is blow up our beach balls. Yeah. For the record, if you're making 6 ghosts like I am, you will get a little lightheaded. You might want to take a break in between because this really did take quite a lot out of me, not gonna lie. There's a lot. But I did make it through, and now we have all of our beautiful beach balls ready to go, so we can go ahead and get started turning them into ghost bodies. So once you have all of your beach balls blown up, you can get your stakes out, and we're going to go ahead and attach the two together. So you're going to need your packing tape or duct tape, whatever kind of tape you have that's going to be able to stick to the plastic really well for this, and we're just going to tape them together really easily. So I found that the easiest way to do this was to lay the beach ball on the ground and then press each stake into it, so that way you can get them positioned how you want. Since these beach balls that I have aren't perfectly round, I did go with the vertical pattern for them because it just made the most like head-like shape, which actually was good because I didn't really want a super round head. I kind of like the more ovally position, but I did just take 3 or 4 pieces of tape on each one to make sure that they're really well secured. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so now we're going to take our handy dandy spray paint and just spray them. So once they are nicely coated, you can just go ahead and let those dry. Don't worry about getting the top of the head there because they're going to be wearing a hat, and the very bottom isn't super important either because, again, we're going to be covering them in the tulle. Alright guys, so for our tulle, I now just stuck my little ghosty guys where I want them in my yard, and we're going to take our tulle and kind of just wind it over the top. So I'm having it go roughly to the floor. Obviously it's a little windy and you know they're going to kind of flow and breeze around, so you don't have to be super specific with getting the length exactly where you want it. It's kind of just going to flow and move on its own. And then we're going to go and do another piece of the tulle and kind of cross the other direction, so that way it's going to be kind of flowy and full all the way around, not just having most of the fabric on either side of the ghost. Yeah, so now I'm just kind of fluffing and layering and opening the doubled over tulle and just kind of getting it adjusted how I want to kind of make the body fluff. And then I just took a piece of my twine and tied it down. So you can go ahead and repeat this process for as many witches as you would like to make. Yeah, I made a whole fleet of them and definitely got some really weird looks from the neighbors walking around as I was working on this. Yeah, you definitely look like a whack job when you're filming videos in your front yard with traffic going by on a Saturday morning. But anyway, as you see, the ghosts are kind of all made the same way, and they're all a little bit different. Some have a little longer length than others, which is totally cool for me. Yeah, I think they're going to come out great. So next we just need to attach the hats. So first I tried putting tape on the hats to hold them in place, but I found that even the slightest gust of wind and bam, their hats fell off. So my next plan was to break out the hot glue gun to make a more secure, stable connection to keep these hats on their heads. Alright guys, so to get our hats to make sure that they're going to stay in place on our guys here, I did cut 4 more pieces of my string. And I'm just going to glue them to the inside edge of the hat right above the brim, so that way I can then tie them around the heads of the witches outside. So as you see here, I'm kind of wiggling the yarn around a little bit and twisting it to make sure that it's really, really well coated in the hot glue so it's going to stick very securely. If you live in a windy location, kind of like I do, then you definitely want to make sure that these guys are going to be really well attached so your witches don't lose their hats and have them blow away in the breeze. So I am putting 4 of them kind of in a diamond pattern across here just so we can make sure that it's going to be nice and secure in all directions. And you can repeat this for as many hats as you are making for as many ghost witch creatures that you are going to have in your yard. Alright guys, so now that our hats are all done, we can go ahead and tie them onto each of our little witch poker stakes. So I am just going across each set of ribbons to kind of tie them around and looping it across the neck each time to make sure that they're really well secure and not going to fly away. There really isn't much rhyme or reason to this. You know, your ghost can kind of face any direction, so the hats can also, you know, kind of fit however you want on the head. Just make sure that they're nice and snug so that way the wind doesn't blow them away, and that's about it. You do want to make sure that you're getting those knots nice and tight so that way the elements of being outside doesn't loosen them and eventually their hats will fall off or, you know, their necks come undone. So I'm taking 2 strings across each other, tying them down to the front and then looping around to the back to tie it. And then I'm doing the same thing with the other 2 strings but going in the opposite direction. So that way no matter what direction that the wind might be blowing on the head of my witches, their hats should stay nice and secure. Ta-da! Now your adorable little witch ghosts are done, and they are oh so cute, especially when the breeze does blow. It kind of makes them look like they're actually like floating and moving around in the yard, which is pretty sweet in my opinion. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did making them. It was super fun, really easy. It only took me like maybe an hour of total time to create these, and they are absolutely adorable little witch ghost things. So as always, if you do try out one of my DIYs, I would love to see it. So send it to me on Instagram or on TikTok. I joined that now. And thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed. I am officially over 1,000 subscribers. I honestly never thought that I would even get to this point. So thank you so much for supporting me and my crazy craft antics. There will be plenty more Halloween DIYs to come up, so if you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss when the new videos drop. So until next time, I hope your day and your Halloween is as beautiful as you are.